Today we're wheeling with the Colorado 4x4 crew. We're in the San Juan Valley in Colorado. This is a great family outing. You don't need a crazy rig or anything to get through this. So join us. This is Jeepingmo. The Elephant Rocks area is a very unique natural wonders. In Missouri we have an Elephant Rock State Park as well with similar type features. There's plenty here to see, especially if you got kids who want to crawl around on them. So we stopped here in the middle of the Elephant Rocks and we aired down and got moving through the valley. Neil did a great job guiding us through all this area. You can see here some of the natural wonders, some of these mountains in the area. I don't know if there's any way to get on top of those, but it'd be pretty cool scenery if you could. So as we got through, we ended up at the Natural Arch. And in our last video, Tammy and Neil shared a lot of good history about the Native Americans in the area and what the area kind of stood for and what they did in it. So we kind of stopped there and just got our bearings again and headed out. We were in and out of rain the whole day. The rain was kind of skimming along the peaks there. So every now and then we get a little bit of rain, but not too bad. It was good to keep the dust down. But as you can see, it's just a really nice area. And then we stumbled upon this creek that they had planned out for lunch. LaGuardia Creek was a beautiful area to stop and have lunch.
You got bigger expectations there.
Get your stick.
At one time, the trail actually went across the creek, and since then, the BLM has closed all that off. So make sure that when you're out and about, use the tread lightly principles. Only go on the path, don't create your own, and make sure you pack out more than you bring in. They look for any reason to close, so don't give them one. Really take care of the areas. That way we have areas to wheel in, and so will our kids and their kids. It's a beautiful area and hate to spoil it. It was kind of funny, we got to this juncture and Neil took off and went up the hill and everybody knew the trail went the other direction. So we kind of debated on what direction to go, and eventually we all went up the hill just to see what Neil had planned, and he was looking for a place to get a big group picture, and well, it was the place. What do you guys think of the view? I've referenced this many times in the other videos that the cameras do a great job of flattening out all the video. So as we come off this ridge line and go back down, it necessarily doesn't look that steep. But as we were going down, reading the gauges on my Jeep, you know, we were at a 30% grade. So it was quite steep. You know, it was still easy wheeling, but it's a lot steeper than what it really looks. By the time our camera looks steep, you can bet it really is. With that, we made it back down into the valley area, and I think we were around at 8,000 foot range. Some of the upper areas that we were in were 10,000 plus. All the passes at this time, this would have been in May, so all the passes were pretty much still closed. We were going to do a few of those, but that just wasn't available to us at the time. So don't be afraid to go out there and just do some of the more family friendly wheeling. As much as we would love to be up in the mountain passes, Colorado has so many other areas to offer and to see and do. You really don't need a really wild rig to go out and enjoy these. These areas like Old Woman's Creek and Natural Arch and Elephant Rocks make for a great family outing. Doesn't take long. We were wheeling for about 3.5 to 4 hours. You can load the family up and get out and not have to worry about breaking things either. You can see off in the distance there's still fresh snow up on the mountains. And something I didn't know about the area, it was very windy when we were out there. And from what everybody, the locals tell me, that the wind's present until the snow's gone. The wind pretty much stops when all the snow's off the top of the mountain. I'm sure there's a scientific reason for that. I just thought it was pretty amazing. From there we made our way into Buena Vista. We all got together and had lunch as a group. It was a great group of guys we met with. Tammy and Neil set up a nice event. And then we headed back to Colorado 4x4 Jeep Rescue League South. We did a really cool interview with Tammy and Neil. They went over all the history of the area. And you'll have some information there on Elephant Rocks, the Natural Arch, and just the area in general that you may not just get anywhere else. And we even talked about UFOs a little bit and the future plans for Colorado 4x4. So I'd ask you go over there and check out that video. There's a lot of really good information that Neil and Tammy put down. Also check out Tammy's YouTube channel, Jeep Momma. She does a lot of wheeling. She's a really great wheeler and goes on some really cool adventures also. They're right down there in God's country, so they're all over Colorado and Utah and Arizona. She's got a lot of good content. Also check out some of the videos that pop up here. I'll put a link here for the other video. I'll see you in that one. So until then, in the garage, the trail, or the shop, I'll see you there. This is Jeepingmo.